I don't want to hear it. You made me yawn. I'm sorry. But I think we can just start. I was at work during the opening ceremony. Shout out to Zach for getting me all the links. I have in front of me here is what we're all going to go over together. We have the apology. We're going to do this first. Then we have the Diablo trailer. We have the World of Warcraft expansion trailer. And then we have some Overwatch 2 stuff. If you guys have any more links, feel free to like put them in the chat and I'll add them to the list. But this seems like the core of the announcement. Is this accurate? Is this what they showed? Am I missing anything else? I don't think I am, but I haven't seen any of this. I heard this announcement. Like I heard the first minute of it on Twitter. That's all I've heard. So, I think we can just start with the apology. We're doing a Diablo 4. Well, I can't stream the Diablo 4 panel, so whatever information comes out of that, I'll find out later, I guess. I'm not like a huge Diablo. Wait, you can? Whatever. I already got this shit set up, so I feel like it's free. Well, no, I know I can watch it. I don't know if I can stream it. That's the thing. I don't know. I haven't gotten any sort of email saying that I could stream BlizzCon. John Gay is restreaming it. Well, he's brave. I think he's just hoping he doesn't get banned. I don't know. I don't want to stream it because I don't want to get a copyright strike. I don't know if they're letting people restream. I don't have any emails or anything saying that I can restream BlizzCon stuff, so I'm just not going to do it. Just won't do it. So, we'll start off with this this title. This YouTube video just calls it his remarks, but it's 3 minutes long. Did he talk about it for 3 minutes?
Blizzard had the opportunity to bring the world together.
I only saw a 60-second clip of this.
Hearthstone esports moment about a month ago.
Wait. Who is this? Who's J. Allen Brack? Like, what does he do at Blizzard? J. Allen Brack. What does he do? Wowpedia. Oh, he's the president. Okay. He's the president.
We did not. We moved too quickly in our decision making.
Don't put question marks because I don't know Blizzard employees. What?
And then,
sorry, I guess.
To make matters worse, we were too slow to talk with all of you. When I think about what I'm most unhappy about, there's really two things. The first one is we didn't live up to the high standards that we really set for ourselves. And the second is we failed in our purpose. And for that, I am sorry, and I accept accountability. So what exactly... So what exactly is our purpose?
All I heard was up to this part.
Blizzcon is demonstrating it even as we speak. We aspire to bring the world together in epic entertainment. And I truly believe
Blizzard is merging with Epic Games?
Believe in the positive power of video games. When we get it right, we create a common ground where the community comes together to compete, connect, and play, irrespective of the things that divide us. As an example, BlizzCon has people from 59 countries all around the world here at the show today. And that is the positive power of video games.
Wait, why did it cut?
To transcend divisions.
Do I have a cursed video?
Us in so many of our places today. We will do better going forward. But our actions are going to matter more than any of these words. As you walk around
Are
this
they
weekend,
gonna pull a
I hope
Twitch
it's clear how committed we
and
are.
say that you need to hold us accountable? Does he say that?
To everyone's right to express themselves in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of places. I've actually seen and heard many of you expressing yourself this morning. You use your vacation and your family time to be here in Anaheim with us, and we are so grateful that you're here this weekend. Our best moments are here in our shared passion for Blizzard games. So once again, BlizzCon has brought us together,
Is this even...
and today you're going to see a lot of the hard work of the Blizzard team.
Is it over? Okay. It's like you can tell that they really wanted to get it out of the way, like, really fast and then just move on. But what did he really... He didn't acknowledge entirely the issue, did he? Like, I'm genuinely asking.
Had the opportunity to bring about a month ago in our decision making, and then to make matters worse, we were too slow to talk with all of you. When I think...
So is he... Okay, he said it was...
in our decision making, and then to make matters worse.
Okay, so he said it was bad decision making. Okay. I mean, it's an apology. It's not a necessarily terrible apology, but I feel like it was definitely like the most beat around the bush apology I've ever heard. I don't know. Like, I wish he went into more detail, but I guess it's BlizzCon, right? The thing is that, like, okay, they're saying this, but what about the Chinese Blizzard, like, version of Twitter, you know, making all those tweets and stuff? It's the best apology he could give without explicitly saying free Hong Kong. Do you really think that? I don't believe that. I mean, like, it's a fine apology. I just personally think it could have been a little bit better, but maybe they're doing some internal, you know, like MT said, just still going to punish some people internally. I don't know. We don't really know what's going on. It's a fine apology. They definitely... Yeah, like, nothing's going to change. That's why I don't necessarily feel anything from it. I guess we're just going to have to see. Yeah, he just had to clear the air. They just wanted to, like, nip it in the bud, and then they just wanted to move on with the rest of BlizzCon, which I understand completely. Yeah, it just felt a little... It felt sincere. It just felt a little vague, but I guess I personally want more detail out of it. But it's also a fucking BlizzCon, and I'm sure people aren't here for this, right? People aren't here to hear this. He can't come out and entirely condemn what happened because it'll wreck the China relations. Yeah, and that's why it's a little shitty. Just because you know realistically what's going to happen. And that, where he said somewhere in here, you know, like, you know, we're going to do better. We'll have to do, you'll see through our actions or whatever. But it seemed, all right, here's what I think rubbed me the wrong way. Is he talks about how Blizzard is about all the people and everyone, right? And he's like, look around us. We have people from 59 different countries. It seems like that was like a little shitty to me. Like, ignore this. Look, we have people from other countries. We're fine. We don't do things because of where people are from or anything like that. Like, we have people from other countries here. I think that's what rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. Thing that they fucked up, and compromise their values is more than I expected. Yeah, I agree. It's more than I expect. This apology is more than I expected. It's still not a great apology, but you guys are right about why they can't talk more. And I think that if I was just maybe a not so into the gaming world kind of person, and you're just like a dude in like his 30s, has 2 kids, and he just plays a lot of like Diablo 3 and Overwatch with like his fucking kid or something, like he doesn't want to go here and like deal with this. And like I'm sure they don't want to like, you know, make it bigger. I think it would, yeah. So yeah, you guys are right. You guys are right. Yeah, they just got it over with at the start. I don't really have anything else to say about it. I mean, we all know that nothing really is going to happen. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's watch this Diablo trailer. Oh, fuck, that was loud.
Guide my soul to thy sacred light. Blessed Anchorite, thy eternal light protects me. Thy divine wisdom guides me.
Shh! Quiet.
Thou my path is wrought of darkness.
Shut up! They have our scent. Run!
Some Hellraiser shit.
Just keep running. Are you out of your mind? He's not going to make it. He has to.
Blessed Anchorite, thy eternal light protects me. Thy divine
Haste.
guides
Look at me. All the gold we want is right there.
No, I just came here for knowledge.
They're coming! I know.
Get over here!
Now, breach the seal. Get us through that door.
Oh, light help me. By 3 they come. By 3 thy way opens. Blood shows. This doesn't make any sense. Blood is the key. Blood is the key!
What?
I need 2 of you!
No! Go! I'll hold them! Go!
So, it says the blood of the willing goes...
You gotta be kidding me!
It worked! We have to help him!
He's dead already.
Fucking mean. Oh. What the hell, man? That's me getting left behind in like any MMO I play with Zach.
It's a shame he didn't make it. Oh well, cheer up. Gold splits better 3 ways instead of 4. Must be hidden here somewhere. Read this.
Whoa! Why are they bullying him? He's about to go like... Oh, okay, never mind. I thought he was gonna like try and fight them for being
By
bullies.
3 they come, by 3 thy way opens, by the blood of them willing. Hail. Hail the Creator. Oh, hail the daughter of Oh no. No, no, no.
What about the coin? What's it say?
This is forbidden. This is a summoning. I cannot speak.
Don't lie to me!
We came here for treasure. What is this place?
I don't know. Maybe it's a temple. Or a tomb, or...
It's a gate.
That's the most, like, perfect barbarian. That's a barbarian, right? Like, this dude. Like, this is how I see a barbarian in my head. Like, the way this dude looks.
It's the key.
Oh, shit. Bang. These are just generics. Whatever. That guy looks like like the most barbarian man you could ever barbarian in your life.
Blessed Akrat, thy eternal light protects me. Thy divine wisdom guides me. Though my path is brought to darkness, guide my soul to thy sacred ways.
Nice. They're making a Dorito.
By three they come. By we thy ways. By the blood of the willing. We call thee home. Come.
Blessed Akrat, thy eternal light protects me. Thy divine wisdom guides me. Though my path is
Open
brought to
your
darkness.
eyes.
Eternal light protects me. Eternal light protects me. Eternal light protects me. Eternal light protects me. Eternal
There
light.
is no light here. You came to the darkness for knowledge.
Yes.
And all the knowledge you seek is here.
This looks so real.
Surrender. Speak the words. Call her home.
By three they come. By three thy way opens. By the blood of the willing, we call thee home.
Is my webcam glitching? Is that what I'm seeing flickering on my other monitor? Yeah, sorry about the flickering webcam. I'll fix it in a second, or try to.
Hail, daughter of hatred. Creator of sanctuary. Hail. Lilith.
Lilith? Why does that sound so familiar? Alright, let me preference. I've only ever played Diablo 2. I've never played Diablo 1 or Diablo 3. Okay, so it's not from every demonic thing ever. She's in Diablo 2. Okay.
Blessed Mother,
Whoa.
save us.
She's got like slime on her. And a cool cape. That was pretty sweet. I like the font that they used, I guess. Is that what, I don't know what. I like this. I like the didn't they usually use the same type of font? Like the Diablo font that they used for a while. Man, my webcam flickering. I'm not sure why it's doing that.
Please welcome Game Director of Diablo, Luis Barriga.
Okay. Does anything else get shown?
Good morning. On behalf of everyone on the Diablo 4 team, it is our absolute pleasure now to share with you the world premiere of the Diablo 4 gameplay trailer.
Okay.
The dream continues to haunt me, old friend. It always starts with a journey to a distant land. There I find a city in flames. Streets choked with corpses. Unthinkable destruction.
Looks really
Witness senseless
really
slaughter. Brother against brother.
I'm not sure what the word.
Hatred.
It
And then executions. Agony.
I guess it just looks more
Surrounded me until
dingy, like
my
dark.
time
I think a lot of people have been saying that, right?
my eyes break my bones. I awaken in terror.
In a part you skipped, they mentioned PvP.
There's no one left to stand
Cool.
against them.
I'm down with like an actually good PvP system. Oh, like out in the world? Nice. That Eris? Yeah, I was gonna say, is this like a druid? It'd be a druid. Yeah, that ice dismount was pretty cool. Some of those bosses look pretty neat. Oh, that one looks fucking cool.
You think me mad, old friend, but I know these dreams. They tell of the future. Hell is coming, brother. Hell is coming.
That looked great. That looks pretty cool. I mean, like, from at least my point of view, I don't have any attachment to Diablo at all. I know, like, everyone around me has, like, a serious attachment to Diablo. Like, everyone. All of my friends online have grown up playing Diablo. It's one of those games that I somehow didn't get in contact with, considering I grew up playing games on PC. It just wasn't something that came across my computer. I played Diablo 2 for the first time on stream like years ago, like 3 years ago, if I had to guess. I played it through. I played a paladin. And I beat it. And I got the cows, the secret cows. The chat told me about the cows. And I was like, that was fun. And then that's all I really did with Diablo 2. I could have gone back and actually, that's not true. I've played it since then, but it was like off stream and it was for like a couple of hours here and there. So I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I just didn't. I don't think ARPGs are completely my thing. I enjoy them. Like, I have a couple of seasons of PoE under my belt, but I'm nowhere near like someone like Zach or like our friend Josh who really, really likes those. I've never played Diablo 3. And people in chat are probably going to say that's a good thing. And Diablo 2 I enjoyed, but it wasn't enjoyable enough for me to like put like hundreds of hours into it, like how people who have grew up playing it, and I'm sure people still do now do. But that looks, I like the feeling. It looks cool. The graphics look good. That cinematic was cool. I think that what we're really going to have to wait on is like the loop, right? Like, they can have a really cool like core game, but aren't people really, like, the long-term people really looking for like how they handle the seasons and stuff? I'm sure that'll be announced later. I'm just kind of curious if they're going to kind of look at how PoE handles their season and how it's like like a truly an event whenever there's a new season of PoE. I would totally play Diablo like on a consistent basis the way I play Path of Exile on a, I won't say on a consistent basis, on a somewhat, you know, a couple times a year the way I play PoE, you know, whenever there's a season that catches my interest. I'll give it a try. But I don't know if I'm going to be like a pre-order, play on release kind of person for this. I'm going to have to wait and see. Because I just don't have that attachment. I don't particularly love and obsess over ARPGs. It's just like a thing that I enjoy, but not to an extreme extent that makes me super hyped for this. I'm sure the Diablo fans are loving this though. Sure, it looks great. It honestly does. The gameplay trailer looked pretty cool. That cinematic trailer kind of really sets the mood that it's going to be a really dark and kind of hopefully scary, you know, dark and scary mood. Because I did really like the aesthetic of Diablo 2 when I played it. And then when I look at Diablo 3, I haven't played it. I don't even know what the story is about or anything. But when I look at Diablo 3, I don't get that vibe at all. I don't get that vibe at all. So yeah, you guys saw the panel. I mean, I don't want like every detail because I'm gonna probably read about it after the stream, and I'm sure there's a lot. But did the Diablo 4 panel, might even still be going on, did it look promising to you guys, MT and Asaku and whoever else watched it? It ended? Okay. I'll probably read a recap. It looked great. Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. I'm totally down to play an RPG. The panel was pretty resonant. I mean, that probably the presenters were too good, but I'll probably give it a shot. If it ends up being where, and this is probably how it's going to end up being, where a bunch of my friends get it and they play it and they enjoy it, I'll pick it up. The people presenting it were awkward. They're probably just some developers, right? They're not, this isn't their thing normally. It ain't their thing normally. It looks cool. Whew. Let's one of them was the lead guy. Yeah. They thrust out these programmers and developers on a stage, and they just, I don't know if, I didn't see it, but I wonder if you know, you've seen it at like E3. You wonder if those people were given like public speaking training, or if they were just like, "Hey, Billy, you're gonna be you're gonna be on stage at BlizzCon, or you're gonna be on stage at E3. Get ready." All right, let's check this shit out. 10 minutes. They're talking in between this? Okay, there is. World of Warcraft. Curious. I mean, like, here, let's just say this. We're probably all gonna get this expansion. We always do.
Ice Crown.
I'm not. We'll see. Don't take a screenshot.
A monument to our suffering. The veil between life and death. Where a usurper sits on a frozen throne. But no king rules forever.
All right. I'm not like a WoW historical person. I just want to make sure I'm understanding this right. This is Sylvanas, and that's the Lich King, and he's like chilling. Okay. Took Arthur's place. I remember that. Remember that. All right, sorry to interrupt this. I genuinely have a question. I really do. I not that this matters to me, but is the general consensus that World of Warcraft is just using previous expansions to as the backboard or as the spine of their new ones? Like Legion is really similar to Burning Crusade, and this seems to be pretty similar to Wrath of the Lich King. Am I accurate in that statement? Is this okay? Do people like this? This is different? Okay. What was that?
To wear this crown.
I have another lore question. Don't get mad. Was he considered the strongest boy, and then now this is really showing? I know that she was always considered to be really strong in the lore. But is this even more of a power move?
Wield so much power.
That power will be your prison.
This world is a
no match for her. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, she beat his ass so easily. Do all the Death Knights in the game get removed? Blizzard just deletes their characters. like from the second this trailer started playing, all the Death Knights die. They log on and all their Death Knights are just gone. Why would they? I'm just making a joke. I'm just making a dumb joke.
Will set us all free.
No, that was a joke. Shadowlands. I think this kid has played a moment of WoW. Wait, that's Proto. Sorry. He looks so confused. Ow! Okay, I don't want to hear you talk. Is there any more?
Sylvanas herself, rebirth, and so much more. Let's take a look at this wondrous world.
Roll to when they talk about charity pet? Oh. I don't know when that is. I don't have a ton of time to do the podcast today. That's why I'm kind of skimming these. Oh, it's near the end? Okay.
That we are set to explore.
Well, this has some stuff, so we'll watch this.
The jailer of the damned. A grim task, which I have failed. Now the eternal veil screams, torn asunder by her. Within the realm of shadow lies the darkest of terrors, which should never be set free. The Shadowlands are infinite. Their terrors and beauty were never meant for mortal eyes. I wonder if they can bear to behold all that awaits them.
I like this zone. Looks pretty cool. So, are these new zones the reason why we're getting like these weird new playable characters?
The denizens of this realm
No.
are the key to restoring the balance
Where do they come from?
between life and death. If their trust can be earned.
Oh, those are BFA? Oh, these have... Okay. These have been in the game. Whoa, that armor looks sick. What the fuck? Hold up. I like that one. Do you think I pay attention when I play WoW, Saku?
Death comes. And the end of everything
There you go.
is just the beginning.
Catching on now. I don't really know how I feel about WoW. I don't know.
So World of Warcraft Shadowlands is coming next year, and it will be available for pre-purchase today. That is just a little glimpse of this incredible world.
Is the proto
that
shot
awaits us.
coming up?
Ahead of us lie many
Oh, this doesn't
fateful
show the
decisions.
charity pet.
Because at its core, Shadowlands is an expansion that is built around the idea of choice. Agency and
Proto dodged the VOD. Frodo's dad works for GameSpot. His dad works for GameSpot. Man, I don't know. I mean, it looks cool. It always looks cool, though. Right? Like, it always looks cool. I'll play it. I always do. I never will say never. You know what I mean? It looks great. Like it always does. Blizzard always has that shine to their new shit. It's just, we never know what the actual game is going to be like with each one of these expansions. Like, I loved BFA until, you know, we got to, like, the nitty-gritty, and then it was like, okay, never mind, this isn't that fun anymore, and then I stopped playing. And that seems to happen in every expansion. But I'm also not a big WoW guy. You know, like, I play each expansion. I've played each expansion since Burning Crusade. But my pattern is always get the expansion. I enjoy it. I've never bought an expansion and not felt like it was worth the money. I play it, and I get to the max level, and I do the relevant dungeons and raid that is available, and then I don't play, and then I get to max level, and then I'm like, okay, there's more I can do. I just don't ever feel the motivation or feel like it's engaging enough to keep playing. And I don't know if that's a WoW thing or if it's just a me thing. I don't know. You play Warlords? Yeah, I've played every expansion. I've bought every expansion almost every expansion. Yeah. There isn't one that I've skipped. You know what? Let me correct myself. Mist of Pandaria, I was late to, because I saw it and I was like, no fucking way. And then I didn't get it, and then I ended up getting it later. But I have experienced every expansion. It's a WoW thing. Yeah, it just doesn't, hold me. It doesn't keep me attached ever. I don't know why. It's probably a mixture of both. The systems just always turn out not being that enjoyable. It always just turns out not being all that enjoyable to me. But that was a cool cinematic, and I guess let me ask you guys, because you might have a better pulse on the WoW community. Maybe, I'm not sure. I thought people were sick of her, of Sylvanas, like the lore people. I always see people just talk about how much they hate this character, but she seems even more involved. They are? Okay. I'm not saying that Blizzard should bend to the will of, like, the community that much. I was just curious if people were still sick of her. I remember during all the BFA stuff, people just hated what they did with this character even more. She's the most relevant character? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, she seems more important now than ever, and she seemed pretty important last time. No one else has the motive. Fuck everyone. Yeah. We're gonna make her a final boss again. Just, she's definitely sticking around. Maybe in the game, in the do they, let me ask this, do they make, like, huge lore changes in, like, the raids that come out after the expansion? Does that make sense? Like, have they killed off a major character from a raid or something like that? Or, like a dungeon? Yes? Okay. So we could still see something crazy happen. Cool. We'll see. I'll play it. Galthos died in a raid. Okay. I'm not particularly attached to the WoW lore, so I don't really mind either way. I'm just kind of curious about what the general community thinks. Probably read the subreddit and stuff. I'm probably going to get like 50 Asmongold videos. Asmongold reacts to the first 10 seconds of the WoW trailer. Asmongold reacts to the minute 2 to minute 3 of the WoW trailer. It's just gonna get spammed all over my fucking recommendations. I'll get it. I'll get to max level. I'll do some dungeons. I'll do a raid, and then I'll probably not stop playing it. I'll probably stop playing it, and yeah. Don't really have much to say. It just looks like more WoW. Looks like more WoW. What I'm genuinely curious about is like the nitty-gritty shit. Because all that lore stuff, that trailer was cool and all that, and those zones looked really cool, and that armor looked awesome. But what's going to come down to if I keep playing is the actual systems in the game. This is the Overwatch 2 announcement trailer.
Winston?
What's on your mind, May?
Do we have enough people for this mission?
As long as we stick together, we'll be fine.
What I'm kind of curious about with Overwatch 2, and
if you're going to show, now would be a good time.
I'll say what I'm curious about after.
Attention!
It might answer
This
my
is your
question
captain speaking.
in the video.
We're on final approach to Paris.
That's our cue.
You may now power on your electronic devices. Weather is mostly cloudy.
This
with a
cinematic
100%
won't.
chance
Well, there's a
of
gameplay video after.
null sector invasion. Winston, clear as a spot to land. We'll be right behind you.
You better be.
Barely any gameplay. Oh, well.
Why is null sector
We'll see if
attacking
I still
now?
have my question.
I don't know, May, but the people down there need help. And right now, we're all they've got. Bonjour, officer. We're here to help.
C'était un singe?
Is that a monkey head?
Good work, May.
Thanks! Watch your back!
Get the civilians to the ship.
You got it! What was that?
Metal Gear Rising. You know, I had that thought, kind of. I was like, this looks familiar. Like, it looks like something that I've seen before.
May, stay with me! Winston! She needs help. We can't stay here.
Tracer, get everyone out of here. I'll hold the line.
But you said to stick together.
Don't worry.
You'd better be.
Goodbye, shitty zero skill. Come on, man.
Yes! The cavalry's here!
She said the line. All right, I have an observation to make. Who the fuck was that? I have an observation to make. I don't know if this is gonna make sense, and don't make sense half the time anyway. In Blizzard, like, cinematic trailers, a lot of the lines sound like they were written in a way that they could be reused in the game. Like, they sound like voice lines, like one-off voice lines. It happened in, like, the World of Warcraft trailer. It happened in this one. It just sounds like they want them to be, like, reusable, like, identifiable bits of dialogue. That gets reused.
Interlock shield! How are we going to stop this thing?
May, your backpack.
What? That could work! Trissa, pulse bomb! Hey,
This is getting hot!
ready!
Go on!
Right! Got it!
This is definitely like their PG game. It's like the most Disney Blizzard thing ever.
Hi, Lena. Brigitte? Oh my gosh, you've grown! Oh, everyone, this is May. Hi, everyone.
Nice to meet you.
I like the design of this new character, though. I just like the way she looks. This girl, or robot thing.
Nice
Cool.
to meet you. Good to have you on board.
AI.
Thank you.
Monsieur, does this mean Overwatch is back?
This scene is the most Disney shit.
Yes. Yes, we are.
This whole last 2 minutes. All right. I still have a question. Let's see if this helps.
We're being overrun. Null sector is everywhere. I'll hold them as long as I can.
What are you doing here? It's happening again.
Paris was just the beginning. This is a global invasion.
So, how's Overwatch enjoying our city?
It's beautiful, except for all the killer robots.
Look
Okay.
up there! That's the command ship!
Story
Then we
missions.
know what we have to do.
Oh, yeah!
This is gonna be like a
Getting aboard that
like a
ship.
Left 4 Dead style mode.
I knew you would return one day.
It has been too long, Master. I can't do this.
You've made your choice. Nobody will stop us.
Trouble is cropping up all over the world. It's not just Null Sector.
A lot of lives are riding on what we do next.
We'll have to
Damn,
fight.
who is that girl? She's got a big butt.
Riding on what we do next.
Nice. Sorry.
We'll have to fight.
They give everyone
One
such big
city
butts
at
in
a
this
time.
game. All of them.
Let's get them, Brigitte.
I've got you, Papa.
Watching your back.
Now that's teamwork.
Time to learn some new tricks.
Level up. Okay. Okay, here's my guess. Here's my guess as to what they're trying to do here. First of all, this looks like the most basic skill tree I've ever seen in any game. I think they're just trying to make Overwatch even more like live servicey, right?
Hey, chill out.
Do not worry, I will push it. Okay, other direction. I am good at pushing things.
Toronto. If I end up getting this, it'll be just for the PvP.
Sojourn here.
Okay. Here's like I was memeing a little bit. I'm just memeing here. I was just memeing a little bit with those comments. I'm like a huge Team Fortress fan, so I had like a lot of hope for Overwatch, and I played like the first 3 seasons of competitive Overwatch, like the ranked Overwatch, just because I enjoyed playing it. I like these types of games typically. I have like over 1,000 hours in Team Fortress 2, so class-based, team-focused kind of shooters I enjoy, and they have very similar objective style matches. The problem is that I just didn't really mesh too well with the way they took the balance of the game and the way it was the meta. The meta I just found incredibly stale. I could see myself getting this to play with like Liz or something, right? Like playing the PvE. I don't really know what this PvE is. It didn't even really explain it, so Saku kind of told me that already. Didn't really explain what it is. I don't know. What are you doing? Like they said it was like a story mode or something, but it's missions. Okay, it's missions. But what are the missions? I'm assuming they probably all vary, so maybe that's why they didn't go into detail, but if it's just killing robots, that sounds terrible. But maybe there's more. I don't know, because it was a really vague gameplay trailer. I'm not gonna go right out and say that it's going to be bad, but this game definitely seems like Blizzard's trying to make it a cash cow, right? This is definitely like their casual player base game. It's their most popular game, other than WoW, maybe. Right? Like you go into like a Target and you see like Overwatch merch, and you go into like a Hot Topic and you see Overwatch stuff. You go into I've seen Overwatch related merchandise in Walmart, you know? Sorry about the flickering webcam. I can't fix it without it freezing. So, I apologize. Looking at the talent tree, it didn't particularly look like it had a lot of depth, but this trailer was so vague that I can't really make any sort of, you know, can't really form any sort of opinion yet. Assuming this is like a final check tree, which we don't know, it looks incredibly basic in terms of the depth that will go into the PvE stuff. So, we'll see. I think I need more information. It's what I think Liz sent me a tweet earlier that said that your skins and your levels, maybe it's just your skins. I would have to check. All that stuff is getting transferred, which is great. Really good. That's a good move. Let me see. Current Overwatch players will battle side by side with Overwatch 2 players in a shared multiplayer environment. Current Overwatch players will get everything they have today, plus the new push mode and the Overwatch 2 heroes and maps for use in the modes currently available. Okay. Buying Overwatch 2 just gives you the single player. Okay, so that adds up with what Asaku said as well. I wonder how much it's going to be. Yeah, and my question at the start was, is this enough content to warrant calling it an Overwatch 2? I don't know, probably $40. It seems strange to call it Overwatch 2, doesn't it? Isn't that weird? If this is how they're doing it, Overwatch 2 to me implies that it's a totally separate game. Like, it's like the next game, you need this one. Because that's just traditionally how it's done. It just seems kind of strange that they would call it Overwatch 2 and not like Overwatch and then some sort of subtitle that it's like a DLC, like an expansion. Strange naming convention, but I get what they're going for. Yeah, I enjoyed playing Overwatch for quite a while. I had a couple hundred hours in it, playing in the competitive mode. They couldn't think of a way to show that it was a major upgrade without saying 2. Yeah, that's probably right. And I think that having Overwatch 2 that like catches a lot of eyeballs, right? It's like, oh shit. Like all the fucking people who aren't quite up with the memes may not be as excited for something that doesn't have like a 2 in it, or like, you know what I mean? I think it's a major upgrade. I think it is. It's just, is it a good and in-depth upgrade? That's the question. And I think that it'll be enjoyable on like an incredibly surface level experience. Something that Liz and I can, like, I bought Overwatch for, like, dirt cheap on the PS4 so that Liz and I could just, like, play so that she could play in bed. You know what I mean? So I could see myself enjoying it in that way. I could totally see myself enjoying it in that way. I don't think anyone is going to be able to play the single player so much that maybe I'm saying this is just a guess. I think that people are probably going to blow through the single player and they're going to get super fucking strong and they're going to beat it really fast. And it's not going to be all that challenging. That's my prediction. Highly repeatable co-op. So if it's something like a Left 4 Dead style thing, I love Left 4 Dead. I would be down for that. I'd be down for that. I'm not against casually enjoying an experience like that. I'm open to it. Because I don't have the energy or the time to try and go super hardcore into the PvP of Overwatch. And the fact that I have access to any of the new updates to the PvP, which is all I honestly really care about right now, then that's cool. But we'll see. The story mode, for me, it's probably just going to end up being something that Liz and I enjoy in our downtime. Or, you know, something else, if someone in the Discord, or if I end up getting it, or anyone else in the Discord ends up getting it. We'll see. We will see. So is that all the major announcements that were at BlizzCon? Diablo 4, WoW expansion, Overwatch 2, Hearthstone? Do you have a link to that? Didn't they add like an auto chess mode or something? I saw something about that in the Discord when I was at work. Closed the stream when it came on. They did. Interesting. I'm surprised. That's surprising to me. Blizzard usually doesn't hop on the bandwagons like that so fast. Typically. They usually like do their own thing. I say do their own thing, but you know what I mean. Like they kind of ripped off. Maybe I should just take back that sentence. They don't really do their own thing. They kind of copy other people. They just kind of make it put it in their own style. I need to take that sentence back. They copy other people, but they put it in their own style. So I guess I'm curious what they did to make Hearthstone auto chess in their own style. Diablo was the only original thing they did. Yeah. Because WoW is EverQuest, right? Overwatch is very Team Fortress inspired. What else? Hearthstone. I mean, it's a card game, so there's many other card games that came out before Hearthstone. Even then, by accident, they were making a roguelike. So, I take that sentence back. But I'm still surprised. I honestly am that they made an auto chess style thing. I probably won't play it, but cool, I guess. Any new stuff is neat. Is it going to be like a separate thing, or is it like a game mode in Hearthstone? Does anyone know? Am I going to see like a thing on the Blizzard launcher, like Hearthstone auto chess, or whatever they're calling it? Oh, it's a mode? Okay. So it's just the mode for Hearthstone. Okay. I mean, that seems like an acceptable opening ceremony. The Diablo 4 is definitely the best thing that they showed. I think a lot of people agree with that. Looked cool. Looks cool. Was there any other interesting things that came out of that opening ceremony that I skimmed over? I just skim over like all the talking. But I watched the trailers. They're in such a PR nightmare since last BlizzCon that they led with Diablo 4. Diablo 4? Diablo 4. Totally blew their load. I will say I'm a little sad about how the way StarCraft got treated, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all about how StarCraft was treated. I'm sure that it's on the way out. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so speaking of StarCraft, I pulled up the StarCraft BlizzCon stream, the global finals, and Daryl is already he just 3-0'd a Korean, so he's probably gonna win BlizzCon again. Your only hope is StarCraft 3? I really don't see that happening. I don't think that we'll see a StarCraft 3 ever. Zerg deserves to win. Oh, well, that was a ZVZ. So you were getting a Zerg out of that either way. Good. Yeah, it's just it's a personal. It's definitely personal. I have like a shrine. You guys can't see it. It's above me. It's up here on the top shelf. This is all like my fighting game shit and some books. And then the top shelf on this is like a StarCraft shrine. I have a little Marine figure. I have a Nova figure. I have my 3 signed Legacy of the Void, Heart of the Swarm, and Wings of Liberty signed like StarCraft boxes and shit. I have like all these StarCraft events. I have all my wristbands that when you go to an event, they give you like a wristband. I have all my wristbands. I'm so like emotionally attached to StarCraft, and it was really like the first thing I ever put my mind to, like getting really good at. So it's like an emotional attachment to the game. So the fact that they just went up on stage and just said like, "Hey, here's a dude for your fucking game mode that no one plays," and then like no one even gave a shit, and then they just like moved on. Kind of sad for me personally. It's definitely a personal problem. I don't think the general Blizzard community gives a fuck. There won't be a StarCraft 3 because they failed so hard to recreate their success with Brood War when making StarCraft 2 that they realized they can't do it again. Trying to figure out if I agree with that or not. StarCraft 2 was, it's still the most popular RTS game, but that's not saying much. So, and it was, I'm going to say it, StarCraft 2 is what paved the way for other esports like League of Legends and Dota and Counter-Strike to go like full mainstream. I'm going to say it, and I'm sticking by that. StarCraft 2 really paved the way for that. They were the first ones to like really blow up. Twitch was like a StarCraft website. Like that's all it was for like a while. Because that's all that was streamed was StarCraft events. It was StarCraft tournaments. Every weekend, another StarCraft tournament. Hundreds of thousands of views. Showing other game companies that if you actually have a truly competitive game and you put a lot of money into the production and make a nice tournament scene, that's really fucking sick. And then League of Legends said, "Hold my beer," and then they like started the great League of Legends and StarCraft wars of like 2011. I don't know. People might disagree. I think StarCraft paved the way for a lot of that shit. But I definitely think that the suits up at Blizzard don't give a fuck about any of that, and they say, and they're seeing that people don't care really that much about RTS games anymore. So people care, but not the general gaming audience. I don't think they care because there's so many more options now, and it's a pretty hard game. RTS games take thought. I don't know. I think I'm cursed to being attached to games or like genres of games that are consistently on like a struggle, on the struggle bus. Like I played StarCraft for a huge chunk of my life and was really involved, and I lived through the downfall, and now I don't play StarCraft that much anymore, but I have fucking WCS up on the monitor that you guys can't see, and I still play my at least every season. But you know, I kind of got into fighting games, and you know, fighting games are kind of always on the struggle bus, trying to fight for just quality of life shit. You know what I mean? What is with? I need to just play like MOBAs. They don't have issues. That was sarcasm. Yeah. I feel like I need to warn people when I say something sarcastic, because sometimes you just can't tell. Because I'm say some dumb shit that can't tell. Just play HOTS. Dude, RIP to HOTS. I think that Blizzard could have pumped life into that game and updated it and made changes and supported it and revitalized it, but they didn't give a shit because it's not Overwatch. They gave it, yeah, give it any amount of budget. I'll say it, I said it before, that, like, for example, StarCraft for the past 2 years has been like the good child of all the StarCraft games, right? Overwatch had all those balance issues, and the fucking Overwatch League flopped. World of Warcraft, you don't even need me to talk about it, but all the issues with that, all the issues with Hearthstone, the meta, the shit afterward with the, you know, the China stuff, Diablo. You have Diablo Immortal. You have fucking Diablo 3 not living up to what people like. But you know what? StarCraft, it's living its life. It had Legacy of the Void, and it was getting played, and it had no issues, no drama. The tournaments were great up until recently, I'll say. Meta hasn't been so good, but so far up until recently, the meta has been really good and entertaining and no big issues. StarCraft was always like, it was just there and it was just nice. No problems. And it still just gets cast aside because obviously it doesn't make that much money anymore. And that's understandable. And as I mentioned earlier, it is an emotional attachment that is leading me to be disappointment. Leading me to be disappointment? I can't speak. Leading me to be disappointed. They added a new co-op commander. Yeah, you're right. I need to cheer up. Oh well. It's okay. It's okay. But hey, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. Overall, I enjoyed that series of things. I think that I'm just cautiously optimistic about everything here. I'll probably get Diablo 4 if a bunch of my friends get it, just because that sounds fun to play, and, you know, maybe that'll get me more into Diablo. I'll probably get the new retail expansion and do my normal routine of getting to max level and doing the dungeons and doing the raid. And Overwatch 2, depending on the price and depending on if, you know, someone like Liz or maybe some other friends want to play it, then I'll buy the PvE stuff and play it. But I don't see myself getting too into that. Hey, we'll see what happens though. As for me, I will be back tomorrow. We'll be doing more Outer Worlds stuff. I listened to some podcasts, and apparently that game isn't that long. It's like 30 hours, you know, even with side quests, which is pretty short for a game of that style. Usually those games, you can drag them on for a while. So I didn't know that. We may not be playing that game as long as I thought I would be playing it in my head. Just for Soap Brain, that means you can stream until 2021. I don't have Soap Brain in these types of games. Normally. Have I had any? I don't think I've had any Soap Brain moments yet. I don't think I've had any Soap Brain moments in Outer Worlds. I haven't gotten stuck. I consider a Soap Brain moment when I get stuck. I say dumb shit all the time, if that's what you're talking about. There's still plenty of time. We'll see what happens. But hey, thanks for hanging out, my dudes. I'll be back on tomorrow. We'll continue Outer Worlds. Tonight, I might stream some Arcade stuff, depending on what I do. I might do some fun stuff in there. Maybe I'll stream it. Maybe I won't. But hey, I'm going to go eat dinner now. I hope you guys have a good rest of your evenings. Peace.